Hi everyone, and welcome to Cat Scratch Kitchen. Today we're going to make the Ikea Swedish meatballs. Now, according to a CNN report during the virus lockdown in 2020, while the stores were closed, the Swedish furniture maker decided to give the world their famous recipe so that we could enjoy it at home. So I'm using that recipe, which was released to the public by Lorena Lorido, who is the country food manager at Ikea. Now, looking over the recipe, it's much easier and requires fewer ingredients than a lot of the copycat recipes I've seen. Is it a winner? Well, let's grab our aprons and give it a try. Okay, we're going to start out with some ground beef. Now, all the measurements are going to be in the recipe below. We have some nice lean ground beef, and we also have some ground pork. And we want to mix them together, try and get all the pork and the beef pretty much evenly combined. Now we're going to add some dry breadcrumbs, some finely minced onion, some minced garlic, and 1 egg, and mix it all together. Now we're going to add some whole milk, some salt, and some ground pepper, and mix it all again. And that milk should soak in with all the breadcrumbs and make a nice cohesive mixture. Now I'm going to use a small scoop to make my meatballs and then place them on a plate. Now this meatball mixture is really soft. So now the recipe says to place the plate in the fridge for about 2 hours so that it can firm up and hold together better when we fry them up. Okay, after our meatballs have rested in the fridge for a couple of hours, I have a little bit of oil in a large skillet and the heat is on medium-high. We're going to add our meatballs and brown them on all sides. Now you can take the time to make your meatballs nice and round and perfect. I didn't do that. Some of them are a little misshapen, but they still taste good. And I think we'll have to do this in 2 batches. Now you're probably going to get 35 to 40 meatballs, which is a lot. You can cut this in half, of course, if you want to make less, or this would work great if you're entertaining. Now once they're brown, we want to take them off and put them in a small baking dish or pan, and then we're going to cover them, put them in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. And while they're cooking, we'll go ahead and make the sauce. Now to make the sauce, we're going to use the same skillet we cooked the meatballs in. We're going to add just a little bit of canola oil, maybe a tablespoon. We're going to add some butter, have some all-purpose flour, and you want to whisk it in. Let it cook for about 2 minutes to get rid of the raw flour taste. Now we're going to add some beef stock, and you want to keep whisking it the whole time. You can use box stock or bouillon. That's what I'm using. And then we're going to add the same amount of vegetable stock. Once your flour is all incorporated, then we're going to add some heavy cream, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Now we just want to bring it to a simmer, continuing to stir it until it thickens. You can see how nice and thick it is now. Now we'll just take our meatballs out of the oven and add them to our sauce, and we'll be ready to serve. And we'll just take our meatballs, add them to our sauce. Now you can serve your meatballs on mashed potatoes or small boiled red potatoes or noodles, your choice. And we're supposed to be just like Ikea's. So let me know what you think. Thanks for joining us in the kitchen today, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe.
I'd love to know if it met your expectations. Since we announced that we wanted to see your creations, we've gotten a lot of emails, and we're looking at them all and getting a video ready to share with all of you. And now I need your help in deciding what our little family should be called. We have a great group of fans, and I thought we should have a name for you. I'm looking for some input from you all. Let your imaginations run wild and throw out some names in the comments. As always, this recipe is just below the like button as well as the link so that you can print it out. Please take a second to subscribe and come back next week for another delicious recipe. And until then, have fun in the kitchen.